Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and tying this leggy Sunburst Kate Sedgehog. Good pulling fly, top dropper, point fly, well worth having in your box for the wild fish and stocks, rainbows and all that will take this. It's a good pattern. Now it's going in the giveaway box. If you want to be entered into the giveaway box, there's a Patreon link in the bottom in the description, but if you don't want to sign up for that, you can support the channel by watching the video all the way to the end, liking the video, sharing the video, leaving a comment below. That's all very appreciated. So I've got my hook and my vise. It's a size 10 competition heavyweight. Probably 10s and 12s is really your sizes for these. I'm running on some just black uni 80. As I say, 10s and 12s. Other patterns, hedgehogs, I would tie smaller, maybe a 14, but these sort of bigger pulling hogs where it's a lot going on, I don't bother going small, but it's up to yourself. So the first one is the first bit of the tail. This is, I'm using this new floss, it's full of mill stuff. It's just fluorescent sunburst. I've got 8 strands and I've brushed them together. Just got to catch them in. Take this right back, just sort of to the start of the bend. It's fine. And I showed you this in other videos, but what I do is I wrap them the strands around my finger and tie a knot in them so that they're put together. You get much less waste than if you see a lot of folk that they'll loop it each time and then they're cutting it off and throwing it away. Unless you're keeping it for dubbing, you might as well do it this way. So tail length there, but a shank. A wee bit shorter. Better. And then I'm going to add a wee bit of flash. I've got some crinkle mirror flash. This is the orange stuff, but just the petals would be fine as well, because it'll take the colour of the floss behind it. So I've got 2 strands, and I'm just going to tie them on my side first. And I like them to be, let's separate it. So I'll just give them a wee manipulate before I lock them in with the thread, and then I'll fold it over, and the same thing, just sort of hold them open. So I'm not working thread there. Get that in, and that way they shouldn't be sitting on top of each other. I just cut that just slightly longer than the floss, maybe, I don't know, a mil longer. Now I'm going to get a wee bit of sunburst deer hair. You could probably skip this and just go straight to the dubbing and the black wings, but I like that wee bit of extra hair. Now, these patches of hair I've got that I'm using today, the tips are all very uneven, so I'm stacking the hair. I would normally prefer not to. It's a wee bit much. I'll do that away. And again, I'll just let the tips of this just come a wee bit beyond the floss. This is, I mean, this is much about sort of breaking up that square edge at the back as anything else. It's just slightly trim the waist. Then we can start the body. Using the Euronymph flash stub, and black bronze peacock. It's got a wee sort of spectra fibre, like an angel hair type, or ice stub or something through it, which you can bring out into the hair. You can brush it out later and it looks quite good. So I'm just getting a wee ball of this to start. I can run my thread through it just to tighten up, slough away the excess. And then I'm just going to go down the body with the black hair to make the wings, make the sedgehog. So same again, like the tips are all over the shop, so getting a wee clean at the bottom into the stacker. These are not the most exciting flies to tie, they're very repetitive, but they don't half work, you know. Length, same length as the Sunburst here. Wee broken end there. 2 actually. There we go. Same length as the Sunburst here, but obviously you're tying it slightly further forward so you get that taper. So get that in. 2 or 3 wraps, maybe 4. Come in. Trim away the waist, tidy up. And then just some more of this dubbing. I'm going to start ahead of it, wind back towards the wing, and just tighten up coming through again. I prefer to wind back towards it, because you can go up against the hair and it means you never get a gap. So another bunch of hair. I mean, the number of wings is up to you. Some folk like to just put 3 big wings there. I think you get a better shape if you do, you know, 4 or 5, depending on whether it's a hedgehog or a sedgehog. So the next bunch goes in, again, same kind of length, just tips have got to be a wee bit shorter. Now this here's got quite a curve in it, so I'm just sort of rolling them so that they start to the curves are like pushing against each other, but I'll need to stack it again. Should get rid of that. It was too curly. You know, if you're not happy, don't use the stuff, right? Always make sure you're happy with how the materials look. Just because you've cut it off or you've got it in your hand doesn't mean it has to go in the fly. And especially with natural materials, right, you need to accept that you're going to lose, you know, a proportion of your packet. So same thing, same length, come in, get them in, trim away. Just come up, just clean all this up. Now that I'm a bit closer. There we go. And right back, make sure you come right back against that dubbing. Right, to cause the wing to lift a wee bit. Again, same dubbing. Right back against it, and then I can tighten up with my thread coming forward and repeat. The side of this patch looks a bit straighter. Keep the curvy stuff for spinning or whatever. So I'm just, every time, just cleaning the butts. Drop it in the stacker. See your length, come forward, tie them in, nice and tight. Now you can, I sometimes, I like to make the wings get a wee bit heavier as I go forward on the pullers, just so you get a bit more disturbance. You know, a bit kind of, you get a nice taper in the fly and a bit more kind of teardrop shape, and the front's pushing a bit more water. Okay, another bunch of hair, stack it. Again back, you can press it with your thumb just to make sure it's hitting kind of right across the back of the fly. Down back. Now for the legs. This is just a pre-knotted pheasant tail. Half a dozen. I'm just going to split them, 3 on each side, hopefully. There we go. This one of them's a wee bit short here, so I'm just, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's better. Leg length, I don't like them too long, just sort of coming to the back of the tail, I think it's plenty. Just catch these in. Nice and tight. And if you wind back, again, much like the deer here, if you wind back towards the dubbing, when the legs get pressed against it, they'll flare a wee bit, they'll sort of stick out. I'm just come in and trim these off. Tiny bit more dubbing. And I can put one more wee bunch of hair in, and then I'll get my hackle. Clean it. Stack it. As I say, if you prefer, you don't need to tie as many wings in. I just like the look of it with the extra bit wing, you know. And I think it's worth to me, it's worth the extra time. Turn that away. I mean, you could leave that like that, you could finish it with dubbing, but putting a hackle on, making it a Sedgehog, I'm just using this is just a wee Chinese rooster neck. Wee bit of wax. I like to get some of that soft fibre near the base of the hackle, so don't strip it too far up. Come in, yeah, tied off. Now, you don't get many turns with these hackles, but they are nice, you know, they're nice and soft. You could use a genetic hen if you prefer, but I like this. It's maybe just what I've been used to over the years. I still like these Indian and Chinese necks, although they're getting a bit, some of them nowadays they're not the wee cheap necks anymore, you know. You might as well buy a genetic. So wound that, tied it off. I just sweep everything back, and just start at the eye and work up. Shape my head, sweep that hackle back a wee bit, and it'll kind of blend slightly with the deer hair. But finish. Get the tip of the hackle. Snap it away. Then just a wee drop varnish. I'll just flood that eye. Make sure I get all of the thread covered, the whole head. Maybe a feather on my desk. There you go. That's your Sunburst Kate Sedgehog. Great wee pattern. You know, you get the colours of the Sunburst Kate, but the wee bit of buoyancy. You know, it's a good point fly for a washing line type presentation. You could put a couple of wee spidery things on the droppers. It's a good top dropper retractor pattern as well. Well worth tying. So, hope that was useful. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up below. And I'll see you for another one. Take lines, guys. Bye.